Hello, sadly I have to go to sleep, but good luck on the stream, JJ. Thanks, 8-bit. Hope you have a good sleep.
Greetings!
Sleep well, rest well. Carly, they're leaving. Oh well, hopefully Jim will join in on this, if he's awake. But, yeah.
Yeah!
That's exactly what OpenAI should have done. Anyway, today I wanted to follow this tutorial that I found on Twitter by,
What a
TinyNock.
smelly hairball of a thing.
Carly, you're too loud. I'm gonna turn your mic down.
No!
This is the creator, this guy. This is the creator of, TinyEye. Here, I'll show it. The TinyNock Gumroad. I can't believe that he just has this stuff for free. I'm sure there's a premium version, right? No, this is just free. It's just free forever. I really gotta try this. But the way I have my iRig set up, it's just not gonna work. But I'll figure something out one of these days. Oh, they even have cataract. Oh, that's cool. You can make eyeballs with cataracts. Oh. Oh, I gotta figure out how to use this with my setup, but another time. Ew.
No.
But anyway, they made this tutorial on making really neat looking hair. So I want to try and do the thing. Is there a mini player or something like that for? I believe there is. What the hell? Telnet? Now is not the time to be exploring web?
No.
Yeah, now is not the time to be exploring VLC's abilities.
No.
I can set it to always on top. Does that actually work? No, it actually does not. Oh, what did I do? Uh-oh.
No.
I can't access the... Oh, no, what did I do?
No.
Yeah, that is not what I meant by... Here, I
No.
know how to do always on top and Katie. This is keep above others. There we go.
No.
Alright. Unless...
No.
Okay, this isn't working. Anyway, his tutorial was a live stream, so I'm gonna be like, this is gonna be kind of like a review No, not a review. Is it a review? A reaction stream? Kind of.
No!
But also I'm like following along. So it's also a tutorials following stream. If that's even a thing. Is that a thing? Do people do that? Is now. Actually, wait a minute.
No.
Could I just put the video in Blender? Hold on, let me do something that's probably going to waste time. Where is the texture video sequencer? Preview. Can I seriously just do this?
What a bunch of soiled kitty litter.
How do I input? I guess I have to drop it into the sequencer, so hold on. Movie. Desktop. Preview.
Now, let's go. Are we?
Okay, this is kind of what I wanted. No, there's another thing.
No!
It's like
Wow.
video clip editor. Isn't it? Hold on. Video editing, VFX, compositing, masking, motion tracking, rendering. No, there's a video editor or clip player.
No.
Am I overcomplicating this? I think I'm overcomplicating this. Screw that.
What was that?
Oop, and I just messed something up.
What a smelly hairball of a thing.
No, I want to delete. No, I want to... What are you doing? What are you doing? Blender.
No!
Join down. There we go. That is... What the heck did I do? Join right. Join down. There we go. I forgot how to do interfaces for a minute, but you know what? I don't really mess with the interface a lot. So
No.
let's pull up the video, see what we can learn. Hopefully it won't be in the way.
Let me just make sure that it's live, and then I'm gonna go ahead with the tutorial. Where are my notes?
So again, this is the creator of the Tiny Eye add-on.
Okay, we're
What
live.
a bunch of soiled kitty
YouTube.
litter.
So,
Or-
you want to create arcane style hair.
I want to make hair.
This stream, this VOD you're watching right now, will be the long form version of a video that I'm working on right now. I'll link the, if you want like a,
Did I get a different... Did I get the right video? Because this is the in-depth live stream, but is this the right tutorial? That's the question. Let me check.
What
Tiny
a bunch
eye.
of soiled kitty litter.
TinyNocky
No.
YouTube.
No.
What are you hearing that actually... TinyNocky. TinyNarky. That's what Carly transcribes that as. Oh, Carly. You funny creature, you. Sticks and snow.
No.
Was it only a live stream? Yeah, I guess it was.
Yeah.
Holy shit, it's Squid Game.
What was that?
Yeah, this is the only video. Okay, so this is right. This is the right thing. I downloaded the right video. I did not make a mistake again.
like a truncated, less in-depth version of this. Go ahead and go to my YouTube channel and look under the main videos, and you should find the main video version of this tutorial.
I didn't see it. Wait, let me double check. Let me just double check. Let me triple, quadruple, septuple, octuple check. Because I could just have brain damage and didn't see it. But it looks like it's more just sculpts and talking about tiny eyes, 1.3 version. Yeah, he may not have made the video yet.
Yeah.
So that makes perfect sense. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine with watching a long form video.
But if you don't see a link in the description, or you don't see,
Wow.
or you don't find the video, then that means that I'm still working on it.
Okay.
Yo,
That makes
Raspy,
sense.
hello.
What a bunch of
Okay,
soiled
so let's just
kitty
get right
litter.
into this. Okay, you want
I
to create this style of
change
hair,
video
right? You want to
speed?
create.
Oh my god, that's
chunk
so
of
shiny!
hair with this anisotropic look. Okay, it is not 100% like the arcane hair.
I don't
Okay,
care. I just
disclaimer
want to do
from the
hair
clips that
better.
I've seen in Bridging the Rift.
Please
It
tell me
seems
this
like
is like
they
geometry
relied
nodes.
on XGen.
No.
So
What was that?
for this case, we're gonna be using hair curves in Blender. So
Hair
that is already
curves.
one of the major differences. Just keep that in mind. And also,
Uh-oh.
wait, what was it? Okay, never mind. If I remember what I was gonna say, I'll.
Is it hair curves
bring it
or
up
curve curves?
So let's just get right into it. The first thing that we're gonna need to do, or create, is sorry. Where's
Alright,
my
well,
Twitch
we'll
chat?
go
I
with it.
wanna-
I'm sure nothing possibly
are.
could go wrong.
Okay, so the first thing that we want to create
No. What a
is
smelly hairball of a
are
thing.
the curves. So we need two curves. One, we need the path curve. So let's go ahead and create the path curve, which
Come on,
just
scroll.
so happen to be called path as well.
Path.
And then I'm gonna hit F2 and call this path.
Path.
This will be the hair path, and then we're gonna create another shape. I'm gonna use the Bezier circle, Okay.
Bezier circle.
and I'm gonna call this the profile.
Profile.
So we have a hair path and a hair
Okay.
profile. So the whole
Okay.
intent here, what we want to do is to extrude this shape along this path
Okay.
to create our chunk of hair. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm going to go to properties, and then under the object data properties, geometry,
What
go
does he have
over
selected?
to
Is
bevel,
it the
object.
Is it the path? Oh. I can change the Okay. Is there zooming in this? Surely there is. Zoom. Half. That is not what I meant. Don't laugh at me, Carly. Set as wallpaper. What? What is VLC anymore? I'm so confused by this tool.
Wow.
Surely there's a mini player or something, right?
What was that?
Deinterlace mode, zoom, visualizations, audio visualizations. There's a scope. What? Where? Where is it? Where is it? I don't see no scope.
The eyedropper.
Oh. VLC just.
Tool, select on the profile. So now you can see how they
Yo,
kind of like
I did
correspond
not
with
know
one
VLC
another.
had this.
You could
No.
go ahead and I'm gonna try my
What
best
a
to create
smelly
like
hairball
a
of a thing.
squarish shape. Okay.
I'm wasting time, aren't I? Okay, I did not know VLC had a really, really good oscilloscope. Just built in.
No.
Huh? What? Dude, why does a VLC player have this, but Eliza doesn't? That's a major disappointment. Can I? Wow, okay. I'm gonna create a new window. Surely I can run two videos at once, right? No, I can't. I can't make another.
No.
Okay, well that sucks.
No.
He's seeing history right here.
Okay, I just missed a bit. So yeah, good for me. There we go.
To create our chunk of hair. Okay, so I'm gonna go to properties,
Okay, we're
and
going
then
to properties.
under the object data properties, geometry, go over to bevel object, and then with the eyedropper tool, select on the profile.
On the
So now you can
eyedropper
see how they
tool.
kind of like correspond with one another.
Yes.
You could
Okay, I
go
get
ahead
it.
and I'm gonna try my
I've done
best
this
to create
before.
like a squarish
What
shape.
was that?
Okay.
Okay.
You're seeing
Doesn't matter
history
where
right
this is.
here. And then I'm gonna shrink this down. Actually, wait. Let me just subdivide this. Okay. Then I'm gonna select these. Go to individual origins, shrink it down. I'm scaling it down, and then set it back to
Here,
median
watch
point,
this.
just like that. Yeah, it's just a simple rectangular shape. You could be fancy and create like a pointy
Oh,
triangular shape as well. That
okay.
works. I'm gonna leave it as that.
That almost worked. That
Okay.
almost worked. There we
So with this, we can now go into the edit mode, and then with Alt, no sorry, yeah, go hit tab, go into edit mode, and then select everything, and with Alt S, you can play around with the scale. And for this case, assuming that
Oh, wait a
negative
minute.
Y is the front,
Slow down,
we
Tiny.
wanna-
Slow down. You're going faster than the speed of light, my friend. I can only ADHD for so long. Alright, let's try that. Nope, I can't do that. Okay, well,
No.
surely I should be able to scale. That's stupid. If I was a Blender developer, I'd make it so that you can scale handles along the area. I also make it so handles don't disappear when you select the things. What if I do this? Oh, that's not quite what I was expecting. Ooh, but that is that's a neat way to make a sort of swirl thing.
No! What a bunch of soiled kitty litter.
Are these separate? No, I have to set the handle type specifically. Set handle type to vector? Yes,
No.
vector.
Yes.
Handle type to vector. And vector, vector, vector. Okay, that's not working. And then we move these. Let's go back to global. And zoop that up, hopefully. And if I do this correctly, I should have
What a bunch of soiled kitty litter.
something just horrible. But
What a bunch of soiled kitty litter.
I'm not trying to be exactly the same. Actually, I don't like how that
No.
looks. Let's just do this.
What a bunch of soiled kitty litter.
I think that'll look okay for what he has planned. Let's continue.
was
set
that?
this as the root of the hair. Okay. You're seeing history right here. And then I'm gonna shrink this down. Actually, wait, let me just subdivide this. Okay, then I'm gonna select these. Go to individual origins, shrink it down. I'm scaling it down. And then set it back to median point, just like that. Yeah, it's just a simple rectangular shape. You could be fancy and create like a pointy triangular shape as well. That works. I'm gonna leave it as that.
Okay.
Okay. So with this, we can now go into the edit mode, and then with go hit tab, go into edit mode, and then select everything, and with Alt S, you can play around with the scale. And for this case, assuming that negative Y is the front, we want to set this as the root of the hair, and we want this
Okay.
to be the tip. So this being the tip, I'm gonna just hit Alt S and shrink this down all the way. Okay, and
Okay.
then now what we want to do is to have the pivot point be over here. As you can see, if I rotate the
Well, that's easy.
curve, it is
Move
rotating. The
that.
pivot point is in the middle. What we're gonna do is,
Move this as
well,
close
normally
as
what
I
I
can.
would do is to use my own add-on that is available on my Patreon, which isn't active anymore, but I would just do it like that.
Selection
Right,
to
and there you go.
cursor.
But assuming that Okay, you want to do it manually. I'm gonna assume that your your cursor is right smack in the center of the world origin. So select the root of the hair,
What a bunch of
and then
soiled
hit
kitty
Shift
litter.
S. Go to cursor to select it, and then you're gonna bring your cursor over there, and go back into edit. No, so go back into object mode from edit mode, and then right click, set origin to 3D cursor. That's it. All right.
Right. Oh, dang. What I do?
Now let's go. Are we live?
Okay, now there's a green
Let me
thing.
just make sure that it's live, and then I'm
No.
gonna go.
What
ahead.
is going on? What is happening? What did I do? Oops. I think I broke it.
What a bunch of soiled kitty litter.
Yeah, tell me about it. Well, anyway, just bring the video file up again and hope I remember where I left off.
Now, let's go. Are we live? Let me just make sure that it's live, and then I'm
Specular
gonna go
noise.
ahead with the tutorial.
Specular movement,
Notes.
specular
What was that?
strip, hair and path profile.
I'm
Okay.
gonna rotate it down like
Oh,
this.
wait a minute. I just realized YouTube actually embeds the chapters into the video. I didn't know it did that.
I'm just gonna set it down like
Here,
that.
I'm going to do this.
And then now what we're gonna do is to create a
That works.
strip of specular. Okay.
Okay.
We want to get that anisotropic look like this, right?
Anisotropic.
Okay.
Anistropic.
This strip of specular right there.
I have a
let's
feeling
do
we're
that.
going to shading.
Let's go ahead and wait 1 sec. Give me a sec. Rick. 1 sec. 1 sec. Let me just make sure that I have everything opened. Okay, cool. Wait, one more time. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm gonna go into shader editor. The shader editor. Right here, I have opened the UV editor. And then
That's what I
let's
should
create
do.
a new material.
Switch this to the
And
UV
I'm gonna
editor.
throw in a color ramp.
Okay.
And then a gradient texture, and
Color
then I'm
ramp.
gonna Control T on the gradient texture, and then it'll just bring this up.
Gradient.
We don't need this mapping node. Let's delete that. Now throw the UV into the vector, and
UV to
then
vector.
gradient texture into the color ramp, and
Color
there you
ramp.
go. So
Color.
what I'm gonna
factor,
do
right?
now
Yeah.
is to bring this color stop to 0.5. Create a new color ramp stop. Bring it all the way to the end. Make
Why
it
didn't
black.
you just create
And
a
then
new stop
you're
in
gonna
the middle?
pinch it down like this.
Okay.
That's it. Now we have a strip of specular. But let me explain to you why this works in the first place, right? If we go in a edit mode, we don't see any UV appearing. So you would think like, wait, there's no UV. How is this even working? There actually is a UV. It's just not displaying it because we're in curves. So if I were to convert this to a mesh, you can see now that we actually have UVs. Okay? And let's see how they correspond to the viewport. Okay? I'm gonna reset this rotation. Alright? So if you look at this, you can see how the color ramp corresponds with the strip. This is the root. This area is the tip.
Yes.
All right, let's undo that. And then let's also take a look at how they correspond with the UVs. Okay, I'm gonna run along down here. You can see how it corresponds to one another. It's running down down the strip. It is going along this axis. In case you didn't know, right? This, to us, we all know this as the x-axis, right? The horizontal axis is always x. But this is also u. That is what UV actually is. It's just, instead of XYZ, it's just UVs. So, the y-axis, this is the V. Damn it. Can I write? This is the V.
He turned the
how
Y
I
into a
remember
V.
this
Oh my
is V
god! It's
for
insane.
vertical. That's it.
V is
So
for vertical.
U
What does U stand for? I
is
actually
the
never knew
X.
this.
What a smelly
All right,
hairball
so
of a
now that
thing.
we know that going from top to bottom, we're going along the X, and then from right to left, we're going along the Y. We can
Uh-huh.
now move on to the rest of the tutorial. Now you know that this curve actually
The
comes with
more
its
you
own
know.
UVs. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
No.
so
Okay, get
if
on
we
with it.
go back into this, we
Yeah.
have our strip of specular, but there's no movement. We need the specular to move like this.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah,
how are we gonna do that?
Yeah,
How are we gonna do that? What we're gonna be utilizing is the vector transform node.
Vector transform.
Vector, can I English?
Transform.
Node. There we go.
There it is.
All right, set this to vector. Okay.
Oh, the.
First of all, shout out to Lightning Boy Studio for this particular method.
Ah.
Huge shout out to him.
Okay,
Anyway,
shouting
we're
him
gonna
out.
set this to 0, 0, and 1. All right.
0, 0, 1.
There you go. And set this to camera. So we want to convert the
Did you plug that into the
world
gradient?
coordinates to the camera coordinates.
Wow.
So now we can see
Or did he
the
just do this?
position of the camera
What was that?
Oh, God,
is
what do I do?
essentially just changing the value.
No,
From
not that.
top we get green,
No.
to the bottom we get blue. Okay? So we're going to be using this
I
value.
have immediately forgotten how to use Node Wrangler, and this is very embarrassing.
No.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Alright, let me back it up.
Using is the vector transform node.
Okay, what did he do?
Vector, can I English? Transform node. There we go.
Okay. What does he
All right,
plug that
set
into?
this to vector. Okay.
Okay, he
First
just
of all, shout out to
does an instant preview of it, which is okay, sure.
Wow.
Vector transform. So wait, is that local or world? Okay. What is his values? Okay, why does it look green for him?
What was that?
Hold on. Is this a result of...
Hello.
I don't know.
What was that?
I don't know. I really hope this is working right, because that is not the right vector value.
No.
Unless I was supposed to apply rotation. Well, that did something.
What a smelly hairball of a thing.
That definitely did something I don't understand.
Lightning
What a
Boy
bunch of
Studio
soiled kitty
for
litter.
this particular method. Huge shout out to him. Anyway, we're gonna set this to 0, 0, and 1. All right. There you go. And set this to camera. So we want to convert the
0 and
the
1.
world coordinates to the camera coordinates. So
Camera.
now we can see
Oh, okay,
the
now it's working.
position of the camera
No.
is
Yo,
essentially
that's
just
neat.
changing the value. From top we get green, to the bottom we get blue. Okay?
Green,
So we're
blue.
gonna be
Okay,
using
that's
this
correct.
value to mess with
Shade
the,
is a little off. I might be
the
able to fix that.
position of the UV of the specular strip. Okay, we're gonna use this and tell Blender, hey, I'm gonna use this and move this dude over here. So how are we gonna do that? Okay, if we convert. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna need to tell Blender I want to use the Z position of the camera
Surely.
to move the specular strip along the the x-axis, right? Sorry, let me just pull that up again so that you can see what I'm talking
It's not
about.
quite what I was thinking.
Convert to mesh.
No.
We want it to move,
What a
run
smelly
along,
hairball
run
of a
down
I bet.
along the
I
X
bet.
or the U axis of the strip.
I
Okay,
bet
we
it
want
has
it to
something
run
to do
down
with
like
this.
that.
I
What was
guarantee it.
that?
So
I guarantee
let me
it.
just erase that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is to create a separate XYZ
Ah!
and then force this
Ha ha
to
ha!
be the X, and then we want to create another separate XYZ, and utilize the Z.
I was right,
Okay.
sort of, except I didn't know how.
So you can see now it goes from black to
No.
white. And then
Hold
we're
on, let
gonna
me
use
save
a
this.
math node,
What was that?
and
I'm
then
going to put. Should I put this in geometry nodes or materials?
No.
Hmm.
What a smelly hairball of a thing.
I don't know really.
No.
I think. I will stick it in. I mean,
What was that?
I don't know if he's gonna use this like for geometry nodes or not. I don't know. So I'm just gonna stick it in here.
No.
Or I could put it in organism assembly line. Hair. TinyNocky
No.
Hair. TinyNocky. I'll move it if I have to. I don't think I will. Because I don't know how to catalog this since I have no idea what the output's going to be. Or the final output's going to
No.
be. Okay, so we're not
What a bunch of
plugging
soiled
that in.
kitty litter.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
No.
Let's just plug that into the... Well, no, that's supposed to go there. Okay. Do this. Do this. Did it wrong. Okay.
throw this
Wow.
in there, throw that in there.
What is that? What is that? Is that a math? Add? Math add. Okay. I keep double clicking thinking it's like Comfy UI. I'm doing it wrong. Math. Vector math. Is it math or vector math? No, it's math. Math. Perform math operation. And then surely that goes in there. And then surely I'm very confused. Maybe I got the values mixed up.
And then we're gonna do subtract. I'm
Oh.
gonna show you the difference.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I totally know what I'm doing.
No.
I still don't know what I'm doing.
Difference between add and subtract. Okay, they're just literally the opposite of one another. There we go. It moves now. Okay?
I don't see that. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I had the wrong value connected. I still don't see it. Okay, now I see it. Kind of. Hold on.
No.
Now I see it. Yo, that's actually
No.
kind of cool. That is actually really cool. I feel like this could be used for something.
Wow.
Something possibly 90s CGI Fongish. It's giving me ideas, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. God, that's cool. Okay, let me
No.
organize my nodes here.
No. Yeah.
The vector transforms connect to the separate XYZ, and the separate XYZ is connected to the the math subtract, and the math subtract is connected to the gradient texture, and the gradient texture is connected to the color ramp, and the color ramp's connected
No.
to the base color, and the base color is connected to the material output. Okay. I don't know if there's going to be any other, because this is just a driver for the
No.
texture,
What was that?
what did he call it? What does he call it? Specular movement? Wouldn't you put this... I feel like this would go right under the specular...
What a bunch of
Can you
soiled
do that?
kitty litter.
Can you do that? You can. That actually works. Wait, does it? If I make this pitch black...
What a bunch of
It does
soiled
work!
kitty litter.
Yo! Let's go! That actually is a thing. That's a thing.
What was that?
you can actually plug this into the index of the index of the index of refraction level in the principled BSDF. Wow, if you don't know what Blender is, then you have no idea what I just said. Okay, I'm gonna plug this back over here, and we'll follow along for now.
Wow.
I may veer from this. This is actually kind of fun.
And how it should move, by the way, is as you
What a
rotate your
smelly hairball
camera
of a thing.
down, if you as you bring it down, it should go down. The specular strip should go down like a waterfall, and as you bring your camera up, it should climb up. Okay, not the other way around. Not like this. Okay, if it's going against the rotation, then you have it wrong. I'm gonna set
Wait, do I?
this to subtract.
Wait. I might have it wrong. Let me see what he says.
And then we're gonna use a math node, and then throw this in there, throw that in there, and then we're gonna do subtract. I'm gonna show you the difference between add and subtract. Okay, they're just literally the opposite of one another. There we go. It moves now, okay? And how it should move, by the way, is as you rotate your camera down, as you bring it down, it should go down. The specular strip should go down like a waterfall.
I did get this right. I got it right.
As you bring your camera up,
Yeah, baby.
it should climb up, okay?
Yeah, baby.
Not the other way around.
I'm
not
going
like this.
to.
Yeah.
Okay?
I still
If
don't
it's going
like how-
against the rotation, then
I don't
you
think
had
it's
it wrong.
tight enough.
I'm gonna set this
tighten
to
this up.
subtract.
Now that looks better.
Um,
Yeah.
if you have this exact setup going on, but
No.
the position is the other way around, then you probably didn't set the left side to be the root. You probably used the right side to be the root. Okay, so if
I have
if
no
anything
idea
goes
how you
wrong,
would even do
just you could
No.
set this to -1. It is all essentially doing the same thing. Okay, set that to -1 or do add instead. Okay, I'm gonna leave this at subtract.
Okay.
Now, it is moving a little fast. If you want like
Fast?
control over this, you could tell Blender, hey, I want this to move at a 50% speed. There you go. Done. Or you want at 20% speed. Done. Okay, but the problem with doing this is that if you move this value, you can see how it recompiles every time, and it's pretty annoying to work with. So instead, what you could do is throw in another math node.
I don't know. I think full speed is correct.
Is this going to be uploaded as a normal
Wow.
video on YouTube later? It's going to be uploaded as a stream. So yes, you will be able to
Well,
watch
maybe
this video
maybe
again.
half this.
All right, and then what we're
speed
going to do
isn't
is
better.
to
I
set
don't
this
know.
to multiply, and then set this to 80%, right? 0.8, 80%, or 0.5, or 50%. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it at 80% for now, and that's it.
Where do you
now
put it? You
have-
put it in the math. I think I can just use a multiply, right? Is that what he used? I can't tell. I believe it's a
What
multiply.
bunch of soiled kitty litter.
And then doing it at 1 should do exactly the same thing, right? Yeah, it does exactly the same thing. It makes total sense to me. Alright, I'm going to make...
Yeah.
Unless he has any other changes, I'm going to make this a frame, but I'm also going to use a value instead in case I need to come back to this later.
What a smelly hairball of a thing.
Anyway, can I make this a frame? Let me... Frame... I don't know if he's organizing it this way, but I am. I am
No.
very organized when it comes
What
to
a bunch of
nodes.
soiled kitty litter. No.
If you're not organized when you're doing node stuff, then you don't know what you're doing.
No.
I will admit, Comfy UI's group, which is their version of a frame, is way easier to set up. You just
What a
drag
bunch
the
of
frame
soiled
behind it
kitty
and it
litter.
just sticks to it. Where in Blender, you actually have to cram everything into the frame. So
What
this
a bunch
is
of
the
soiled kitty litter.
scalar
What a smelly hairball of a thing.
line movement. And that's gonna go like that.
Our specular strip and our specular movement.
Specular
Okay.
strip. Let's call it specular
Let me just make sure that the stream is still going on. Cool.
strip.
All right, next. Now the specular is looking a little too clean, right? If you look
Yeah.
at the final product,
Yeah.
you can see how it kind of like breaks up into the strands.
Okay, we might be actually adding more to this.
Right now it's very, very uniform. So what we want to tell Blender to do is, hey, I want you to disrupt the UVs of this gradient of this specular strip. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna create a noise texture.
Oh,
3D is fine. You could set it to 2D. Doesn't really matter.
I'm gonna go with
this
2D.
point,
I
and
feel like
then,
that would be better on processing.
I'm gonna throw the UVs to the vector, and if you can, as you can see, let me just scale this up so it's more evident. It is a uniform. It's a uniform noise texture.
Uh-huh.
What we want to do instead is to have these like specular, these strands
Whew, it's getting cold.
to go down like this, right?
Well, yeah.
We want to create strands
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That that eventually converge into the tip, okay? As opposed to the uniform texture. So
Uh-huh.
what we need to tell Blender is that, let's just say we have all of these points, okay?
Okay.
Just draw them out. All these points, by the
Oh,
way,
it's cold. I'm gonna put a jacket on.
actually I'm gonna
Not that I'm already
convert
wearing a
this
jacket, but you get what I mean.
to a mesh so that it's clearer, okay?
Ooh.
These, you can see that these points, they kind of like, no, sorry, these points, you can see that they go along the V axis of the UVs or the Y, okay? So we want to tell Blender, hey, I want this point to be pure white. I want this point to be pure black. I want this to be 25% gray. I want this to be middle gray. I want this to be 75% gray, and have them values be
cold.
at random. Okay. So how are we gonna do that? Again, we're gonna use the separate X, Y, Z, and then
Makes sense.
again these points, they're going along the Y axis, right?
Right.
Or the V axis.
V.
So we're gonna use separate X, Y, Z, and we're gonna use Y, and then
Okay.
throw that into.
Oh wow, that actually looks. That's
throw
way
that
easier than
into the
using
noise
a.
texture, and you can see how
A mapping
how the,
node to
noise
stretch it.
texture, they're now being forced in the
No.
Y axis.
Okay.
So cool. Now let's use that to disrupt the UVs. Okay?
Okay.
And let's see how it looks. Alright, I'm gonna create a mix color node
Mix color node.
and then put this noise texture
No.
in B
Mix color.
and use the UVs in A. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, a factor of 0 is A. Okay, let me just draw this out. So
Sorry, what? He put what in A? Well, he put this in B. That's fine.
No.
What did he put in
Wow.
A? He put the UV in A? Yeah.
in case any,
Yeah.
just in case there are any beginners out there that doesn't know how all of this correlate with one another. So
Sorry,
Uh,
TinyNocky,
0
I am not a beginner.
equals A
No.
equals black. 1 equals B equals white. Okay? So anything that is white that goes into the factor equals B, right? Or 1.
Okay.
That just essentially means that you're setting the that portion of the mask to be at 1.
Come
Okay?
to think of it, yeah, that is
So,
kind of confusing. What the hell?
All right. So now what
What
we're
was
going
that?
to do is to just throw this into the vector of the separate XYZ that we just created. Okay. And then I should have probably grouped them up to make them a little bit neater, but sorry about that. But anyway, if I were to increase this, you can start to see how it's disrupting the UVs.
Sort
Pretty
of.
cool.
Hold on. Why is it? Oh, because he's using a much higher scale. I didn't even realize. Okay, let's set the scale up. Yay, there we go. Wow, that's actually really neat. I might set it up just a bit more, maybe 25. Yeah, that looks a lot better.
Yeah.
Because my scale is just slightly off compared to his, so... And my shape of the hair strand is just slightly off. Wow, okay.
Wow.
Neat. Really neat. I may have to cram these into the frame. Yep, I do. So let's move these up. Okay, let's move these down, move that down, and keep that where it is. Nice and tidy.
One thing you have to keep in mind is that anything that involves vectors like UVs or a height map, you want to set. You don't want to leave it
remove this from
at
frame.
mix. You want to use
What was
linear
that?
light. Okay. Just look at the. Like, it's different. Okay, just trust me on this. It has something to do with like the gamma curve, I believe. So we want to have like a linear value that goes from 0 to 1 instead of like the RGB curve. I could be wrong on this, but it's just trust me on this. Anything that involves height maps or vector, just set it to linear light. Okay? And
Okay.
then there we go.
Okay, that
Just
makes
like
sense.
that, we have a specular
that looks
mask
good. Neat. I'll use
that-
that for something else.
that moves along the strip.
Strip movement speed.
So now with this mask, what we're gonna do?
Pause. I'm going to make a frame just full of strip noise level,
No.
just to make sure that I have just a bunch of stuff all organized, and then I will name the frame. Can I... What is it? Control P? Control P. Control Shift P. Oh, okay. Control Shift P turns that off. Okay.
What was that?
Controllable vars. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that will be used later. I'm also gonna turn it off there so I can actually see what it says. Can I color frames? I can't remember. I don't think I can in Blender.
What a bunch of soiled kitty litter.
Tell me about it.
Okay, and let me just group them up so that you guys, so that it's not so messy. I'm sorry about that. Let me just frame this.
Well, I was
Okay.
already doing that, although I
This
think it looks
is
terrible.
I'm gonna call this
What a bunch
the
of soiled kitty litter.
noise strands. Okay,
Oh, he's way more.
and then the
No.
vector transform node portion. I'm gonna call this specular. I'm just gonna call this movement. Okay, movement. And then these nodes are
I think it's a
they
little
basically
overkill to be.
subtract the vectors, and then they go into.
I mean, this entire
this,
set is just
which
doing
I will call
one thing,
this-
so
the specular
What was that?
profile. Okay.
I'm just gonna disable the
That's it.
previews on some of these
Now that we
I
have
can't see what I'm doing.
This little setup over here,
It looks a lot less.
we can now
clean that
throw
way.
this into the vector of a mixed color node.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
You're late. Don't worry about it. This stream will be live. No, sorry, will be up on my channel, so you can just replay this stream over and over again. Anyway,
Okay, he's gonna
like
do
I said,
that.
anything
I think
that
I'm
is
just gonna
white
stick that into the
equals
specular.
B. So this B will be our specular color. Anything that is black, right? The black portions will be A. So,
So he's putting that
let's
into
create.
value.
You know what? I'm just gonna borrow this color. Okay, I'm just gonna yoink it right now. Copy that. There we
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Okay. So
I will attempt
I'm just gonna
to replicate
just set
what he's
this to
doing.
be
Just
your whatever color you want. It could be pink, purple, whatever. And then just
kind
copy
of
over
a
the color to
desaturated
B, and just
blue
simply
kinda
raise the
color.
value a little bit. That's it.
What was that?
Okay? You could be a little more fancy if you need like a, I don't know, if you want
Nah.
to play with the hue. It's up to you. Then just throw that into the base color,
That's cool.
and now you have this. But it looks nowhere near.
I'm starting to think that my color ramp doesn't look right now. I'm gonna remove this and move. Oh wow, that actually changes a lot. Wow. Okay. That looks cool though.
No.
That does a
What was
lot.
that?
Okay.
To this. So let's work with the look development a little bit. The first thing that I like to do is to set this to be a little bit more flat shaded, kind of like in Arcane.
Yeah.
So how you could do that
I'm
is
not
just
doing
by
that.
lowering down the
No.
IOR, the index of refraction. That essentially removes the amount of specular reflecting off the object. Okay.
Oh.
Another way you can improve this look development is again to borrow this noise strands. Okay, just the noise texture will do.
I'm keeping that.
And then I'm gonna create a ramp. Okay.
Okay. So from the noise strands,
No.
he's adding a color ramp here. So I'm just gonna duplicate and oops. What did you do? Why did you do that? Have you no soul, sir?
No.
Actually, what the fuck happened? All I did was duplicate it. And remove from frame. There we go. That was weird. That was really weird. Okay, we can reset it by hitting backspace on it.
Wow.
And that's going to work well. Now, what is
Throw
he doing?
that in there.
Putting the factor
No.
in.
There you go. Right. And then I'm
Moving
gonna
that up.
throw this ramp.
And he's going to throw the
into
ramp. Don't throw
metallic.
ramps, kids. Oh.
See the difference? Immediately it looks so much better. However, obviously this is no longer physically accurate. I don't think that was what we're going for in the first place. So that is
Still
what you're
neat.
concerned about. Then I don't know. Maybe you don't go for this method.
I like it.
Again, and also I want to add on that the index of refraction does not affect the metallic portion of the metallic portion. It has its own like specular behaviors. So if you want full control over the amount of specular you want to introduce the hair,
Specularity.
then don't use the metallic portion. Don't use this part. But that's what I did for this hair. If you like this look, then just stick with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next, another way to create a variation of strands, right? I'm gonna remove the metallic for now so that you can see what's going on. Another way to go about this is to use, again, I'm gonna use this noise strands.
Okay.
Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is to create another mix node and have whatever we had here go into A and B, both A and B.
Both A
Alright.
and B, huh?
And then we're gonna use this mask to tell Blender whatever is white will be B, whatever is black will be A. Okay? But they're both the same color, so nothing's gonna change. So let's change that. Let's create a hue saturation value and darken
Hue, saturation value.
B. There you go.
Hold on. And then we're going to darken
No.
B.
What a smelly hairball of a thing.
And by darken, that means turning down the value. And then we'll plug that in.
What was that?
I don't notice a difference. I might not be paying attention. Oh, wait, yeah, I do. Oh,
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that lovely? Isn't that something? I would
What
use a brightness
smelly hairball
contrast,
of a
but
thing.
actually, can I? No, I'm not gonna veer. No veering yet. We veer at the end.
Or you could even lighten it. Up to you.
I
Your
can really
call.
see it here.
the cool thing about this is that it accounts for the value of the specular as
I'm
well.
going to put an
Okay,
environment
instead of
map
creating a separate
so I can see
specular
what the
color,
hell I'm doing.
you're essentially just
What a bunch of soiled
changing the
kitty litter.
entire value of this setup right
Yeah,
here.
that's better.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw this setup back into the metallic.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you don't like, you just play around with the values until it works for you. There you go. Now, let's spice this up a little bit more, okay? Let's create some bumps.
Yeah.
So again, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be utilizing the noise texture.
I know where this
I'm
is
gonna
going.
create another color ramp.
I know where this is going. I know where this is going. That is
Okay,
not the
let's
ri-
bring.
Where is it?
Okay, again, I'm connecting the
No.
vector of the noise strands
Ew.
to the color ramp. Now let's bring that over here.
Let's put a reroute.
Then let's create a bump node. Throw that into the height map, normal to normal, and let me just show you the results. Throw this into the normal socket, and it's gonna be way too bumpy. It's way too much, okay?
No kidding.
So immediately you would
Where is
think,
it?
hey, let's lower down the strength, right? It's too much. No. Anything that involves a height map, right? Don't use strength. This is like using an opacity slider. Instead, you want to play with the distance instead.
Oh.
Because the distance actually like it accounts for the height, okay? The strength is more of like a again.
Yeah,
like
that's
an
something I didn't know
opacity
about
slider.
the,
So I'm gonna set this to like 0.01.
No.
There you go. Just play with the value until it works. Right now I think
Wait,
this
I
hair is probably giant. That's why, let's see. How big is this hair? Yeah, this hair is way too big. This hair is like
I'd go for
3 meters long,
3.
okay? So if your hair was created according to scale, then
Yeah, mine's never
this
created
bump
to scale.
value should be way lower than it is right now. All right. So let's make things a little bit more neat. I'm gonna call this one
I'm going 0.6.
bump, or rather call this strands bump. And then this is I'll just leave it as it is. Okay, there we go. So we're like
Control Shift P.
we're pretty much
Control Shift
done,
P,
but we could make it
strand
fancier.
bump.
We could introduce
bunch
this
of
little
soiled
like
kitty
strands at the tip, right? So let's do that. So how we're gonna
yeah.
do that is again we're gonna create another gradient texture. I'm not gonna use this one because things are getting a little bit messy now. So let's duplicate that. I'm gonna hit Alt P to unparent it from the frame. Okay.
What does he
I'm
grab?
gonna create a color ramp.
What did he grab? Is it the gradient node? Yeah, it's the gradient node. Okay. Okay, where is my gradient node? There it is.
No.
I didn't know you could do an Alt P on that. That's neat.
No.
Alt P. Reset. Plugging into factor. Where are we going with this?
And again, like
No.
one bump, or rather call this strands bump. And then this is I'll just leave it as it is. Okay, there we go. So we're like we're pretty much done, but
Hold on. I'm gonna frame these in. What do I call it? Albietto. What am I doing? Frame. And call this frame Albedo.
What was that?
Albedo? Is it Albedo or Albedo? Albedo.
No.
And then I guess this is metallic and specular.
What was that?
Frame. I'm sure there's something I can do to make the metallic and specular. I dissolve that so that they are
What a bunch
separated.
of soiled kitty litter.
That's looking good. That's looking really good. Okay. So we're doing this fraying now, right?
We could make it fancier. We could introduce this little like strands at the tip, right?
Yeah.
So let's do that.
Let's do that.
So how we're gonna do that is again.
Oh, you know what I want to do? You know what I want
No.
to do? I want to have this to be adjustable so that I can...
No. What a bunch of soiled kitty litter.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to do a math. Multiply by 0.001. Plug that into there.